Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shetler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The band Brass Pair is playing this Saturday at the Keswick Tavern at 117 South Iron Street in Keswick. Brass Pair will be playing all your favorite hits live Saturday, March 22nd from 8 to midnight, and there's no cover charge. Come have a fun night with Brass Pair performing at the Keswick Tavern this Saturday night.
Checking pH and oxygen levels in your pond after a drought may determine if it thrives. Hi, I'm Jody Hankey. Do what you can to balance the water chemistry as you're living the country life.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
Check out our full lineup of Successful Farming podcasts. The Successful Farming podcast goes in-depth into the topics that affect farmers and ranchers. The 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast offers a quick conversation between an editor and a farmer. The SF Shorts podcast offers bite-sized interviews about agricultural topics. And the SF Daily podcast covers commodity markets, weather, and the big things happening in agriculture each morning. Search for Successful Farming wherever you download your podcasts. Successful Farming presents the 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast. In each episode, a successful farming editor has a quick conversation with a farmer, chock full of stories and advice from their area of agriculture. They're interesting, educational, and perfect for your busy schedule. Search for 15 Minutes with a Farmer wherever you download your podcasts.
Low water is just one problem your pond may have after a drought. Fisheries biologist Bob Lusk with Pond Boss magazine says one of the effects of low water is a growing concentration of minerals. As the water evaporates, these minerals throw off the pond's pH level, which can eventually harm the fish.
So if you've got limestone, for example, calcium carbonate in your soils, and it's dissolved into the water at 100 parts per million. When half the water dissolves, it's 200 parts per million. And when half that water dissolves, it becomes 400 parts per million. Then you get those really heavy spring rains, and it goes from 400 parts per million to 100. That can be a shock to the fish. It's the rapid change that can get them.
Lusk advises paying attention to water chemistry and talking with a professional on how to stabilize it if needed. During cooler months, the pond water is naturally able to hold on to more oxygen, and fish don't consume as much of it because they're cold-blooded. Plants provide oxygen to the water, but as the weather warms, it might get to the point where there are more consumers than producers.
The more fertile the water is, the more nutrients that are dissolved in it, and the warmer the water becomes, that's when there's a risk of oxygen depletion. You only need 15 minutes of low oxygen, and everything that needs oxygen to live can suffocate. So paying attention to oxygen is a big deal, especially as we move from the spring into the summertime months.
Consider aerating the pond if you think oxygen may become an issue. If there's electricity nearby, a bubbler that sits on the bottom will be very effective. Solar-powered and wind-driven aerators are non-electrical options. Learn more about how a drought can affect your pond at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.